All right. So today we are going to be making tiny teapots. Big thing is that we're not really making the whole thing. I have a class at 3:30, and so what we're gonna do is kind of just like make the body of a bunch of things, and then kind of get them all ready for that class, and then I can make the kind of put them together. So we're just going to be making like the bodies and the spouts and the lids and maybe the handles, but we're not going to be connecting them. So just because I want something to be doing during that class and everything. So okay. Looks like my Wi-Fi is not acting great, but I've been having some issues with it recently. So I'm really down to the dregs on my clay, which is one of the reasons we're going to be making minis. I don't have the clay to be making anything bigger than what we're doing today, really. I think in an ideal world, I would probably make some like actual teapots, but uh-oh. You know what? Before we start, we're going to just do a little cleaning sesh together. Because it's been a while since we've been in here, and all this clay has dried out. That's something I don't usually let happen, but that's okay. We're not going to get rid of all of this. We're just going to kind of get rid of the main chunks. By the end of my class today, I'll be able to like properly clean this. But I haven't been in here since we were in here last. I gave myself a week off of being in the studio. I think that's not perfect, but I think that'll be good enough. Let's see. Yo, Sydney. Okay, that's clean enough, so it's not making a crazy amount of sound. How you doing? What's new? What's happening? What's going on? Tell me everything. I'm missing my bigger tripod too, so I'm so pleased with this firing that we just had. Nice. What are you having for lunch? Let's see. I'm also taking stylistic shape designs. If anybody wants to come up with a teapot design for these, design your own teapot today. You just have to be able to articulate what you're looking at or you want me to do. We're making miniature teapots. I can show a broken finished one in a second, but essentially we're not going to be making them to completion. We're just going to be making all the parts. And then when I'm teaching my class this afternoon, I'm going to be putting them actually together. But thank you, Sydney. I'm really proud of them. And they were the best seller. So, or at least the fastest seller. I sold 9 of them in like no time at all. So, seems like it only makes sense to make a few more of them. Raven, what's good? Mandy, hi. Yeah, I'm back from my little sabbatical, I just needed a little bit of time. We still don't have any clay, so I have yet to actually go up and buy new clay. But otherwise, I think we'd actually be making single-walled, like actual usable teapots, not pendants. But that's okay, you know. I will not, Sydney, and the only reason I will not is because they are not functional. As much as I love them aesthetically, we can make a pendant out of one, but they're not functionally usable. I mean, they pour well, they feel great in your hand, but the problem is that once a tea leaf expands inside there, it's really difficult to get them out. And I don't know. I have like 6 of those left, and I haven't even shown anybody because they're just too difficult to like functionally use, and I want people that have them to use them, unless someone wanted to buy them as an art piece um, for cheap. That's an option. So like I said, I have 5 of them just sitting around doing nothing. Let's do a flat teapot pen. That'll be our next one. I'm game for that with a side handle, or the top handle that I usually do. What's up, Bradley? These? Thank you, appreciate it. Well, so the style I think I ended up actually we had the side handle that went this way, and then we had the half over the top handle for the flat teapot. Okay, we'll do both. Cool. Okay, so there's body number 1. We're essentially going to make like, and I'm also going to grab one of these pendants over here, just so if people want to kind of like see what we're doing. This is one of the broken ones that I have not tried to grind down. I think it's going to be really difficult because there's just like some serious issues with it. But here's one of the teapots that broke. This is some wadding that needs to be ground off. You can see the white spots everywhere on this side that it stuck to a teapot because it fell down. That's all good. Have a wonderful time over there. Maybe I'll actually catch catch their live at some point. Okay, flat teapot time. Thanks. Yeah, so I put those in kind of obvious there, but these are the original timber supports, and it's all throughout my studio, which is kind of cool. From this barn that was probably built in the 30s, something like that. All right, how do we make a flat teapot that's miniature? How did I do it before? Wait, hold on. How did I make those? I made those as a, oh, I remember how I made those teapots. Oh, it's already been a little bit of time. No idea. No idea. I assume it's a hardwood, but no idea. Okay. How do I do this small though? Yeah, these do not, you don't smell the beams on these ones, I'm afraid, but okay, how do I do this? I think I do this, and then I do, where's my paintbrush? I bet you I'm staring right at it. Yep, there it is. I have so many birds outside my house. It's pretty crazy outside my studio here. Yeah, I have no idea. It's pretty cool though. So we're going to do that. Okay, okay. A little closed form. You think it smells like a hamster cage? I bought a bunch of swamp cedar posts from this guy a couple of years ago. Then made my whole garden out of it, which is cool. And the cool thing about swamp cedar, it's like purple, or at least the one that I got from this dude. Okay. Just gonna poke in a little air bubble right there. That's pretty cool. The Eagles have been like making a huge comeback around here too. It's pretty insane. I don't have one on the property, but there is one that is less than like 6 miles from here, which is kind of cool. Maybe it's more than that. Maybe it's like 7 miles from here. 7.5. I see, I see. Gotcha. So essentially, this will be flat because this is now gonna be the bottom, and we're gonna trim this top round, and the top part is where the spout and the lid will go, which means we also have to make a miniature. Oh man, this is gonna be tough. We're gonna have to make a miniature gallery. Holy moly. That one's particularly small too. Let's make another bigger version of that. Gotcha. Yeah, that seems very low. Or well, I guess, yeah, that seems very low. Just trying to think about how low I see them. And they're pretty low around here, but I mainly have um, hawks and I have tons of owls. I don't have as many eagles just like on the property or close-ish by. Good. I'm glad you're into it, Sydney. All right, so how do I do this? Let's do this better. This can be bigger. It can be bigger than that. Let's do it like that. I pushed too hard. I pushed way too hard. I got a thin spot. I think I ruined it. No one saw that. Didn't happen. No one could say otherwise. It's not like there's video proof of it. Definitely did not happen. Okay, let's try this again. Minis are hard. It's like the concept is similar to when throwing like a regular sized version, but it's slightly different. And I mean, I have to use a tool instead of my finger, which is, I guess, the biggest difference. They take exactly the same amount of time, which is interesting. I did not manage to close it. All right, we'll do this. Try it one more time. So I like the size idea of this one. Oh yeah, the flat ones are cool. I wish they were more practical, but that sounds awesome, Raven. Like I said, if anybody wants one of these, I'll sell them for cheap. I got the actual teapot versions. I have like 5 of these, and they're pretty. I just you just gotta they don't they're really hard to clean, like stupidly hard to clean. So let me just get my finger in here. Okay, I think we're good. Totally. So one way you could make them more functional is if I didn't offset where the lid went and have it way into the back, you could have a bigger lid in the middle, which means you could potentially like clean them more easily. But aesthetically, I think that is really, really ugly. I've seen some other people do that, and I think they're they're ugly. I just it's like if you're doing all that and then you're just making it still a normal teapot, then why bother? Like you were so close to the idea of the creativity, and then you kind of stopped and just made another stock standard teapot still. Um, but so it's like I don't know how to branch, kind of like mesh the form and function aspect of it, where I'm happy with the form, because that's I think the big one. I'll sell them for $50 because they're a pain to use. So $50 each plus shipping and all that. So if you want one, send me a message on Instagram. I'll send you a video or photos of what I have. But yeah, okay. So again, this is now the bottom. This giant crack doesn't matter because I'm going to put a foot there, and we're going to trim this rounded and then make it really small, flat, and angular. Yeah, just send me a message on Instagram and I can send you a message on everything I have available. So, like I said, I had like 5 and they're really pretty. I just had a hard time like selling them because they weren't super functional in the sense that it's hard to clean. But yeah, totally. You just let me know. They're not going anywhere. I'm not trying to sell them anywhere. So, all right, next shape. What about what else is a cool shape? So we have 2 flat ones. Maybe we'll do 2 round ones. And the other ones come to mind? Anybody want to see? Maybe a like just cylinder teapot. I don't know how well that would work actually. Every time I try that, I think it looks kind of silly. We could have it angular. The angular ones are kind of fun. Just do sharp, sharp. We could try a square teapot. Here's my issue with square is where do you put the spout? Do you put it on the edge or do you put it on the side? And they always kind of look a little silly to me, but um, I'm game to try. Let's do an angular and a square, because why not? What do we got to lose here? These are essentially just maquettes, but we'll do 2 of each of everything. So 2 angular, 2 square, 2 round, 2 flat. Any other shapes that we want to try? How does the wheel spin? It's on a little motor. And I control it with my foot. Oh, how do you make something square? You hit it. You make a cylinder and then you hit it. We'll make one so you'll see. Get a little smack, little just nudge in the differing direction. We can we can we'll do one on the corner and one on the other side, because then you'll see that then the handle then needs to be into that same dimensional area. This one's bigger than the first one we did. I'm getting bigger. I meant to be getting smaller. Whatever. And are you thinking a top handle that's square as well, or are you thinking a side handle that's square for the square teapot? Okay, square teapot next. I know, right? We're, we're slowly getting bigger each time. Ugh, Western style teapots, gross. Okay, well then let's do one side handle and one top handle, and the one that has the on the corners will be the side handle, and then the other one will be the top handle. Huh. I was just thinking about, because it's a maquette sized piece, instead of pounding it like I was planning on, wait, do we still have to do that? I was gonna rasp it, but you know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? I refuse, Sarah. I'm gonna try to just make it boxy like this for a second. I just want to try something. We're not, this is probably going to be a Gonzo one. But I was just curious about something. Is then I was thinking about doing it with a rasp, but if I did it with a rasp, I need to make it thicker. So if I could just like do this instead. Actually, that's fine. We can just keep that. I even kind of like the texture, though I was going to get rid of the texture. Okay, that's actually totally fine. Exactly. Well, the fun part too is, yeah, they're all just like, these are all so experimental, and I guess the fun thing about these is that we can potentially scale up the design for like an actual teapot at some point. Oh my god, you can put people in timeouts for 10 minutes. Hilarious. 100%. They are a perfect opportunity for it. Okay, so next thing we need to do is get this dry enough that I can add a gallery to it. Were you guys aware of that? That you can put people in timeouts on YouTube? None of this stuff has to be perfect, what I'm doing, because you're not going to see it, because we'll be fusing the lid on this. But, you know. Cool. All right, gallery's made. I kind of liked doing it this way, so we might do it again. And I really don't care if they go through the bottom, because hey, Olive, what are you doing? Why don't you come hang out with me? Go on, up to bed. Up to bed, my little love. Up to bed, my little love. Papa. There you go. All right, let's do that again. And I actually kind of liked the look of it. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna make it shorter though. Cool. Don't really care that these are off center either. I think it all kind of just adds to it. when if we ever scale these up, wait, where's my little stick? If we ever scale these up and make them actual teapots, I'm gonna make sure they're on center and all that. But for right now, who cares? This is not at all how I was planning on doing the square though, like I said. I was going to paddle it or rasp it, but I'm feeling, I'm liking this, liking how it's coming out. Yep, that one's shorter, awesome. Okay, and then the next form after this one, we're gonna add a gallery first, but the next form after this will be angular. And then after that, kind of, but I usually slap it. That's the difference. What I'm gonna end up doing is rasping these. Now that we have kind of a base square, I'll rasp them to shape more so after the fact, and that's how I'm gonna trim the bottoms of these as well. I'm gonna be rasping them. So I think the next shape we decided was a whatever it's called, angular shape. And then I think that's enough teapots for one day. That'll be 8 teapots total. I will be in the studio till 7-ish tonight teaching, so I have plenty of time. It's only 2 o'clock, so I have plenty of time to finish these, but it'll take me until 7 probably to finish all these. That's why we're only doing like the parts of it together, and then I'm going to take a break, and then when my student comes, I'm going to put them all together. You should. I love that idea. I've tried many times and I've never been a fan, but I'm also not a very good slab builder. So I think that's really the main issue with it. It's not like the slab itself is intrinsically a negative aspect. I'm just bad at them. And I don't care to learn how to get better. Okay, so this will be cut down quite a bit. I mean, I could cut it down now if I really wanted to, I guess. Just to help it dry. I should probably do this on the other one too. But essentially, we're going to just rasp it down to the correction and then trim out by hand the square on the bottom. Cool. There we are. Base form. All right, now angular, and then we'll start making the other parts to these. What workshop was it? That sounds fun. Mm. Was the instructor nice? Or do you host at the, wait, yeah, wait. Gotcha. That sounds like a lot of fun. I need to take a workshop again soon. It's been a million years since I've taken a workshop. Oh, gotcha. Who is it? As a host kiln or as a uh, just participant? Gotcha. Reminds me, I have to message Trevor about something. I have to go to my cousin's wedding in June. I can't miss it because I bailed on the last big thing that was out there. It's good, man. How are you? In a minute. So I don't know, Sydney. So here's the deal. The next firing is, oh, that's exciting. There's a lot of tours happening right now. The Asparagus Valley in Massachusetts, I think, was last weekend. Um, it's the wrong video, just we made so many of those over a couple months ago or a couple weeks ago. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't need any more cups. So here's the deal. The next firing is a part of the Septima. Um, it's been a part of the New England Wood Firing Conference. I have 4 people coming to fire with me. They're going to take a majority of the space of the kiln. And so I've only given myself like one little row. So I can probably fit like 35 cups in there, sized pieces. And so, like, what do we make between now and June that'll be good for that? And I'm thinking a lot of teapot pendants. I want to do double walled stuff, but I only sold one double walled piece during this last shop update. So, it's hard to justify selling stuff that, or making stuff that's not selling. So we only sold one double walled cup, which was awesome. But we made quite a bit of it. So man, oh man, there's a lot of stuff going on. I do. Newspaper's much better than a towel, right? So a lot of minis. We're gonna make a lot of mug earrings. I didn't even get to finish the mug earrings we made. Someone bought them as is, so I never even got to put the backings on them and sell them. They just bought them as mini mugs. So we're gonna make mini mug earrings. We'll have like 20 pendants because that accounts for half of them falling over. So that means we'll only have like 10 at the end. Um, and then I think just like teapots. I think teapots. Yeah, it's coming up soon, eh? Like not double walled teapots, just single walled, boring teapots. Because I don't have any for sale except for one, and clearly it was not what people were looking for. But and then I think we're gonna make them pink and red this next firing. I don't. I love the orange, but there's something about the pink that's just magical. So I have made gaiwan, and I have a really hard time selling them. So I kind of stopped making them. It's the same. It's like it's one of those things. Like I always try. People ask for gaiwan, I make them. They don't sell. Ooh, that's no fun. That sounds like a very annoying process. All right, we're gonna trim all these next, I think, and then we'll make the rest of the parts, and then I'll take a break. She's gonna be here at 3:30. It's almost 2 o'clock right now, so we have plenty of time. Hopefully they can come soon. Exactly, Sydney. It's like, if I really wanted to make money, I'd make mugs with big handles, but I refuse. I'm not going to do it. That's stubborn on my part, but I just don't want to. It's not really attached. I should have torched the thing first, but that's okay. Yeah, I mean, it's hard though, Sydney, because it's like I want to make what I want to make, but I also need to make money for a living. You know what I mean? And so it's like that connection between, can I actually sell this thing? Um, okay, I will torch this time so it doesn't do that. I think that's a smart idea. I think it's always good to switch it up. Yeah, I'm glad you're into it. We're just pretending we know what we're doing over here. It's getting so warm out. I think I'm gonna take down my insulating wall in my studio today. Put up my my bug net instead, and then I can have my big sliding door open, which would be nice. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a really smart way to do it. Yep, this is my full-time job. Don't recommend anybody doing it full-time, but it's a great job. Okay. So, no, it pays horribly, which is why I'm saying not to do it. Okay. Here's our little saucer. Actually, I'm going to trim it. I wonder if I can make that even sharper in the angle there without this flying off. It's 100% going to fly off. It can pay more if you get into... Okay, I just can't get it to stay. It's fine. That's kind of cool anyway. Little saucery guy. Let's see if I can actually just make it a little bit more saucery. I'm going to put the lid over here. I'm just going to put a hole there, and I should be able to compress it now. Didn't do what I thought it was going to do, but that's okay. All right, here's our mini version of the same thing. God, it's so small. Making a spout for this is going to break my heart, or break my brain. Yeah, exactly. Come on, bud. Luckily, very low stakes here. I still would like it to work, even if they're low stakes. Okay, there's our flat teapot body for the second one. You like pottery? Oh my god, that makes one of us. Okay. So for those who are just joining in, we're making, this is a broken version, but this is what we're making right now. Little miniature teapot pendants. This one has some schmutz I have to grind off and all that, but So I guess I could go through on the bottoms of these if I really wanted to. Doesn't really matter considering their pendants. But I guess we're gonna try not to unless it happens. And you guys might find this somewhat entertaining or not. I don't know. This teapot that we're making, I mean, we haven't put the handle on or anything, but this was the same amount of clay as this. Can you see the shrinkage difference? So this shrinks 15%. So it'll be this size when it's done, the handle and everything. So imagine this being a lot taller. So they're always going to be a lot smaller later on. I think I'm going to go up to Sheffield and get clay next week. I'm full out of like good clay. We're using like remnants of reclaim for these guys right now. This is not the tool I wanted. Oh yeah? When are you gonna go pick it up? Are you doing raku firing, or you just wanted like a gritty cone 10 clay body? I think I'm gonna get 1,000 pounds of porcelain next time I go up. Maybe a couple 100 pounds of stoneware too. And I need to get to Kingston. I'm gonna buy. I think we talked about it, but I'm gonna buy advancers for myself just to save my back. I don't really have advancer money, but that's okay. Gotcha. Have you, do you usually get it delivered? I refuse to get it delivered from them because it takes months every time I've ordered clay, even though they say they'll ship it out the next week. I love Sheffield, but they are not quick on actually fulfilling clay shipment orders unless something has changed. I haven't actually tried it in quite a while. I just got so frustrated after a while that I would just always go up and buy it and pick it up. Cool. Agreed, Sydney. Gotcha. Maybe that's my issue is that I think the last time I tried to order from them, I only got like 500 pounds, and it was when I was working at a school many years ago, and it literally took 6 months. They kept saying that it was going to be out in 2 weeks, and it took 6 months. And I just after that point, I was like, never again. This one's pretty silly looking. All right, now we got to do our square ones. How do we do the square ones? So square is going to be done differently. We're not going to trim it on the wheel. We're going to grab a rasp. Wish I had a different rasp than this one, but or at least I wish I had cleaned the blades before we did this, but I don't feel like it. And then what we're going to do probably smart. Yeah, that totally makes sense. It's about an hour and 10-minute drive for me each way, but it's like I can get it all in one go. I might just buy my clay from Clay Kings this time, just because that's where the advancer shelves are. I'm not buying them from Sheffield. They're crazy expensive there. Oh, it's $250 at Clay King, and it's $375 at Sheffield per shelf. I refuse. Oh, it's too much money. It's crazy. It's criminal. And I need 13 of them. So why would you have done that? Why? It was going so smoothly. Don't do it. It's fine. Damn. That's a lot. That's a lot of driving. I might have them ship the advancer shelves, but it's again, I'm complaining, especially now after you said that. I'm complaining about nothing, but it's an hour and a half to Kingston for me each way. I just hate driving so much, like so much. I've just never been a fan of it. I don't understand the appeal of it. I don't like going fast in a car. Give me a snowboard or a bicycle or something and I'll go fast. But in a car, okay. So there's our square body for our first one. We're gonna do that to this guy then, and then we'll start making all the parts. Gotcha. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do any extra if you were already driving a bunch. So I have a Bradford pear tree that someone planted right outside my studio. It's in full bloom right now, and it's gross. Dang, how long did that take? Well, that's interesting. I accidentally did something when I rasped it. It naturally did this. So what if I let it do that naturally and then had curved feet? Where's my paintbrush? Why am I always losing my paintbrush? Am I blind? I don't know where it is. Whatever, I give up. This did not work. But why didn't it work? It could have worked. whatever. Gotcha. That's a schlep. Nice. I've done one. I went from Oregon. I mean, I drove back from art school, so I went from Oregon back to Connecticut. That was a schlep. That's my one big, big drive. Oh, hi. Wasn't sure where my little dog was, and she's been asleep in my studio on the concrete. I thought she was outside on the crash pad. He printed out the label yesterday, so he'll be sending me tea soon. And then I think I'm gonna buy some tea. Nice. That's a lot. It's a lot of driving. I'm impressed. He's Brennan's sending me some of his extra. He's sending me the last of in existence the puer that I really like that I've been buying from him from or trading with him for not like 9 years. This is it. This is from his little personal stash. And then I'm gonna buy. I've been craving black tea. I've been drinking so much white tea. I'm losing my mind. I'm craving some black tea. So I don't know what he has in stock. I didn't have Wi-Fi all day yesterday and most of this morning. I got it back like an hour before we actually started this video. So I haven't been able to actually check what he has. I have very little cell service in my town too, so sometimes I can like see things, but a lot of the time I can't. Cool. Okay, there's number two. All right, now we have to make spouts and all that. Lids, spouts, the works. I'm just going to store all of our teapot bodies on a bat, cover it with plastic because these are little. They're drying out really quickly. So, gotcha. Okay, these are good things to know. Some green tea would be nice too. I really want some matcha, but that doesn't seem like it's going to be happening anytime soon. All right, here are the bases we've made. You grab a piece of plastic. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So we're going to make eight spouts, and then we will make the lids, and then I'm going to take a breather. She'll be here in an hour. So we actually might just get through the spouts, and I might do the lids when she gets here. Exactly. Huge matcha shortage. Oh, I'd be interested. I'm always game for trying some new tea. Oh man, I don't know if it's the pollen or whatever, but my eyes have been like painful the last couple days. I have been struggling, and right now they hurt. I know, right? It sure is. We'll all make it through, I'm sure. Just gotta find the little things. Yeah. Well, I was driving to the grocery store this morning, and I don't know what kind of tree it was, but it just dumped all of its pollen onto the road at once. And I just from the nature of the speed I was going, I just took this giant thing of pollen pretty aggressively, and I just like felt my entire body just crumble a little bit. Lydia, it depends on what I'm making, but the tool that I probably could not live without is this child's plastic spoon thing from a child's Amazon kit. But if you try to buy that, it'll come thicker, and that's not good. You need the thin one, and they don't seem to make it anymore. But it depends on what you're making. So I make a lot of teapots. Okay, actually, I'm going to get another little mini bat so we can just separate all of our pieces out. They aren't shipping to the white 2T is not shipping to the US anymore? Dang. Yeah, the key is the thinness of it. That's the big one. It's for galleries mostly. What's up, Maris? Yeah, it's definitely a sad world for tea lovers right now in the United States. And I don't know when that's going to get better. Doesn't feel like anytime soon. So I started swimming this past weekend, and it is still cold. Not to completely change the topic, but um, the swim did not last long. It was more of like a kind of like scramble around, try not to die, and then get out. Yeah, yeah. We'll just probably be out of tea for a bit. Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, it already is crashing. Things are starting to burn. Ah, world's burning, but at least we can. At least it's beautiful out. You know. At least right now until the East Coast turns into forest fire area again. I I don't think you're alone. Oh, screwed this one up. What's up, little love? You protecting me from the bug? I appreciate that. That was a really annoying bug. Exactly, Sydney. Well said. At least we got the baby teapots. It's the one thing we have as a positive. Clearly, I don't know how to drink. That's okay. I can tell my concentration is waning. We're gonna get through the spouts, and then if I have the energy, we'll do a couple lids. But I have a feeling that I'm starting to lose it. So I've been planting my garden. I want to go really hard on my garden this year for kind of obvious reasons there, but or just it's nice to grow your own veggie. And I planted uh, like 60 carrots that are actually going to come up, and a bunch of parsley and a bunch of, I think, like 15 loofahs, which are awesome. I don't know if you guys have ever grown loofahs before, but they are spectacular because not only are they great sponges if you let them dry out, if you screw up and you harvest them too soon, then they're just a squash and they make a delicious soup. So either way, if you get them when you want to, sponge. If you get them prematurely, dinner. So I got loofahs, I got tomatoes for days, uh, radishes, arugula, lettuce, shallots, onions, the whole lot. Nice. You guys aren't going to hear me for half a second, or the audio is going to change, but I'll put my other headphone in a second. I want to grow some cucumbers soon too. The big thing for this year was carrots. I forgot to grow carrots last year, and the fresh garden carrots are probably the best thing. Fresh cucumbers are pretty great too, but carrots are like next level delicious. So um, I wanted to make sure that I didn't screw that up. But the loofahs are very cool. I highly recommend them. I want to grow some zucchini as well. But yeah, it's this tis the season. I think we're good to go on everything. It was supposed to be, at least around here, it's supposed to be 40 degrees at night in a couple of days, but like that's the coldest we're supposed to get again for a while. So I think we're fine. But the rhubarb, I don't deal with my rhubarb. It comes back. I don't have to do anything about it. I don't even bother anymore. I have so much rhubarb, I can't get rid of it in time. And it's a shame because I don't even really like rhubarb. I love Japanese knotweed, but I'm not going to plant that because it's super invasive. But I eat so much Japanese knotweed. It's like a better version of rhubarb. But yeah, fresh tomatoes, fresh everything is just great. Oh, I want to do some string beans of some sort this year too. Oh, my peas. I plant my peas on my birthday every year, so they're already like this tall in my garden. So I'll have peas very soon. I separated them out a couple of days ago, and I think I had like 30 plants. So a lot of peas this year. We have enough here too. I appreciate it. You should eat it though. It's delicious. like a really subtle rhubarb. Makes great if you ever want to make ice cream. It makes a great ice cream as well. Oh, that's awesome, Sydney. My strawberries, I have mock berries that work really well, but my strawberries, I've tried planting them and then the critters get them like almost immediately every single year. But oh, my hasp berries are looking solid. I got so many flowers on the bush. My Chinese melon berry is looking great. My huckleberry is looking really happy. What else do I got? That's cool. I think I have some other cool plants that are looking happy right now, but I couldn't tell you what at this exact moment. Oh, it's also ramp season right now, and I've discovered like 5,000 ramps in my woods. I could start a business with how many ramps I have at the moment. Are you going to do any more gardening than the strawberries, Sydney? Oh yeah, you can't. I mean, if you're gonna make a dessert, that's it. That's the number one dessert out there with fresh strawberries and fresh rhubarb. I just wish my mock berries tasted better. They're everywhere, and I keep being deceived. And I'm like, look at a beautiful strawberry. No, it just tastes like water. Um, but the blackberries in my field are really great. You just have to like pick around the poison ivy, which is there's so much poison ivy. I don't know if you can see, but this is all poison ivy. I'm actually surprised how little poison ivy I got from how much yard work I've been doing the last week. So this entire week I took off from you guys and doing pottery and everything. I just been shoring like crazy, and so we just been in the yard and woods and just cutting down trees and get everything ready to go. I still have quite a bit to do, but I did a lot. So, ooh, mystery. Excited to hear updates on that. Figs are always good too. You can't go wrong. It took me a while to like get over the wasp thing. And when I say a while, I mean it took me like a week to get over it. But it did take like a week of me like being like, ew, I'm eating a wasp. But so jealous. An ex of mine was, and when she was living here, I would have her pull everything up. I wish she had like done like a very thorough job and just got rid of all of it, but whatever. She would just go out there barehanded, just yanking out poison ivy, never getting it. It's like it's a superpower. She's probably allergic at this point, to be honest. But I don't know. I don't know what her lifestyle like is anymore, so she might be fine. What's up, Leah? How are you? I see. I see. I see. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I don't even bother trying anymore. I just try to get all the yard work done before it comes out, so it's like I can actually get in there. But it gets overwhelming so quickly. It's so thick in all my high, tall grass that I'm not really sure what to do outside, just live with it. Um, Not much longer. We're doing two more of these spouts, and then we might do one lid, and then I'm going to take a break because I have a student coming in 45 minutes, and so I just want to reset my brain and take a little break before she gets here. So I did something cool the other day. I was with someone and she suggested that we pick some of my orange blossoms in my greenhouse right now and mix it in with the tea we were drinking. We mixed it in with some silver needles. Magical. Like a magical experience. And for some reason, you can get fresh orange blossoms in some of Brendan's silver needles. I would definitely recommend doing it. You have to work. What are you doing for work? What's 26 Celsius in Fahrenheit? I'm a dumb American, remember? I don't know Fahrenheit, or I don't know Celsius at all. Yeah, highly recommend. Gonna have to name this tea blend after her at some point if I ever actually end up starting my own little tea house. But we'll see. Cool. Ooh, that sounds nice. Toasty. It's nice and warm. That's about what it is here right now. Okay. Okay, there's 8 spouts. Now we're gonna wrap these up. We're gonna wrap these up in this wrapping because I need these exposed so I can actually take measurements. So yeah, I would like to have like 20 to 30 of these little teapot pendants for the next firing because, thank you, because there's a decent chance that half of them are going to break again like they did last time. I haven't quite figured out a pedestal system that'll work. So, all right, so let's take some measurements for these lids. And the cool part about these lids, because they're not coming off, they, wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? Hold up. How do I make a lid again? Does anybody here know how to make a lid? Ugh. All right, bye. Good luck tomorrow. Need a thick piece of clay. I can't have that hole in the center for lids. We'll make tiny miniature everything for at a certain point. I think it'll be fun just to have like a bunch of miniatures in the kiln. That seems like more work. That seems like a ton more work than what I was gonna do. Okay. So I'm gonna make my little nubbin right there. And then check size. I kind of want this part to be narrower. I might screw this up. Yeah, I did. I screwed it up. That's okay. Would it be better if I zoomed in for you guys so you could actually see what I'm doing? Kind of feel like you can't actually see what's happening, but up to you. So the cool part about these lids, like I said, because they just immediately go on, I can just immediately put them on. Exactly. Thanks, appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Okay, here we go. I don't know if it's even, is it focusing on that though? It seems like this is too small, it's not focusing. I don't know if that's focused or not, but you guys let me know. Yeah, I don't, is it better? Okay, well, we'll see if we can get it to work. We'll try it for a little bit. So there's our little lid from Germany. Welcome, welcome. And then we're going to poke a little hole in our little lid for the pretend air that's going through. And then we'll just attach this immediately. I'll give it a good little lick. And there we go. And I'm just going to push it around a little bit. Where's my paintbrush? How many times am I going to lose my paintbrush today? Okay, well, I can't do the next step without my paintbrush, and I have literally no idea where it is. Oh, it's in front of me. Okay. Isn't that funny? It's so little. All right, so there's teapot number one with a lid. The next measurement will be this guy for this little one. That was the biggest one outside the square ones. So all these are going to be smaller than that. How old am I? I'm like 30 something, and I've been doing this full time since 2018, and I taught myself in 2015. So I guess 10 years at this point. All right. Pen tool. Okay, this one's going to be really little. I think that's actually too big. Let's see. Oh my God. It's so stupidly small. I think that's still too big. Yeah, it is, but I think it'll fit a different lid. I think it'll fit for a different teapot. So we're gonna take this guy off. The flat ones are gonna be nightmarish to do because we have to make a miniature gallery. So there's our little mini lid. We have to make a miniature gallery and then a smaller lid to fit into the miniature gallery. And I actually, we're gonna save those for last. We might even get to them during this video because those ones on their own are gonna take me like a million years. So there's with a little hole in it. I think it's too big. See, this is the one that it was made for, and it's too big. See, doesn't fit in. But I think it'll be good for. No, that's too small. What about this one? Yeah, hell yeah. So it's perfect. It's a little, little small, but give it a good little lick there. And never. I refuse. So we'll just smear it in. Okay, we're now going to go for the really mini one. And then the last ones are going to be a little bit easier just because they're a little bit bigger. Not the flat teapot ones. Those are, again, those are going to be nightmarish to do. I swear it's going to take me like half an hour to get those right. So there's teapot body number 2 with the lid attached. Okay, let's try this again. I mean, this is the size I need, right? That's the size of the entire lid in between those two, that point to this point. That's what I need to be sizing. I wonder if I wasn't like so used to making like normal sized teapots, would I have just given up making these minis? Like I can't really tell how much more difficult they are than like a normal teapot. They lack the functionality, right? But the build itself is probably harder because you have to work so much smaller. And hold on. I'm making a mess. It's too big. Oh my God. Okay. Thank you for protecting me, little dog. A fly just came over and annoyed me and all and ran over, ate it, and then ran back to her bed. What a good little dog. You're such a great little dog. Great little guard dog, keeping your dad safe. Okay. I think we're going to have to, for this one, there we go. For this one, I think we're going to have to poke the hole with the pin tool. I don't think we're going to be able to do a normal hole because it's so small. Is that's it? I mean, the nubbin is bigger than the actual lid. All right. Okay, there's our lid, and I think I'm just not even going to look at the other tool. I'm just going to poke this right through. Do these need these holes? No, obviously not. They don't work, but I think it's a great detail that would be silly not to have. How stupid it is. Look how look how stupidly small that lid is. Oh god, I love it. All right, so there's teapot body number 3. So this one should be a little bit easier. So the way these double-sided calipers work, for those who are unaccustomed to them, I take a measurement with this side, and then this side shows me the width that I need. You can do it with single-sided calipers, but you need 2 pairs of them in order to do it then. Wait, why'd my comments stop on my phone? You should 100% send them to me. That's interesting. So the comments just stopped working on my phone, but they're still going on my computer. Confusing. That's never happened before. So the square one is going to be interesting because we're going to have to make them really big and then cut them square. But I don't know how big is really big. So we'll have to figure that out. Massive over here, you know? Okay. There's teapot body number 4. All right, so now here's the thing. We're doing it for these square ones, which means we're just going to make big ones. Because if I made them in the diameter of the long ways, if I cut them, theoretically, they should be the right size, right? That's how math works, right? Oh, I have a design that I want to do. I want to make fairness pitchers that have a removable filter, have a removable basket that, and the basket has its own lid. I made something very similar to that like 7 years ago, and I found it yesterday, and this reminded me of it right here. Which I love this idea for a lid. Wait, hold on. A double lid could be really cool. Wait a minute. Huh. Yeah, right? Okay. Okay, we're coming up with some good ideas right now. So anyway, that's something that I want to do with you guys. Uh, Again, I don't really have enough clay to do that, which is why we're just doing um, that's why we're just doing this right now. I'm not going to save that. We have it on video, so I can look back if I need to. So what we're going to do with this one is cut it and see if I was in the right ballpark on sizing. This should be big enough. Yes, because I measured edge to edge, it now fits edge circular all the way through. Oh, algebra or geometry, the only class I ever in my entire life got an A in from school. I wish there was more. It was my I took one geometry class one time. I loved it. It was my favorite thing ever, and never again. Yeah, right. We have some cool things to work on. So I'm just gonna eyeball it because that's how I like to do everything. Uh, let's see. Go like that, and then we're gonna cut this one like this, and then we're gonna cut this side like that, and then I'll be like this. Perfect. So there's our cutout. I'm a big feeler of thanks, Dima. I'm a big supporter of just going for it. And if you have to do it again, you got to do it again. But I think we're going to be spot on. Yeah, I accidentally moved my finger at the last second and I cut it weirdly, but that's good enough. I mean, that's pretty sweet, right? I might even be able to pinch out the spot that I don't like. All right, so now I'm going to poke a hole through it, as everybody does on a teapot. These would be great little just mini jars too. Maybe we should just make mini jars. I'll spit on it a little bit because spit is the best thing you can do. Yeah, right. 100%, 100%, Dima. My Instagram is the same as my YouTube here. Um, Honestly, I'm probably more active on Instagram. I don't post as much, but I'm like, if you message me, I will get back to you. Whereas YouTube, I do not see necessarily all the comments and things. I love these. I want to make jars. I want to make square jars with you guys. These are so cool. I mean, look at that. It's so silly. It's so cute. All right, Raven. Thanks for hanging out. You're off till Friday. Awesome. What are you going to do with all your free time? All right. One more lid, and then I'm going to do the flat ones when my student's here. I do these open studio sessions every Tuesday, so um, I can work at the same time. Nice. That sounds perfect. All right, so same thing as before. I'm going to take the measurements. Of the side to side here. Good. No one saw that. Definitely didn't happen. Jeez, Jeez Louise, guys. I got greedy with that first one. And I keep getting greedy. Good. I'm glad you didn't think it was good for that piece anyway. And that's just a bad knob. Okay. Okay, that's a good nubbin. Okay. There, Dima. Have a good one. Enjoy the time off. Perfect. All right. Okay. I think we're with no. We need this still for something else. There's a chance my computer's gonna die before we're done. And if that happens, it means that I will not be able to see comments because for some reason comments are not loading on my phone. So just as a heads up, if I just randomly stop responding to you, it's nothing personal. We're so zoomed in, I keep forgetting where to hold my hands. All right, there we go. This one goes all the way through on it. Pretty damn cute. Okay, so I'll show you guys what we've done, and then I'm going to wrap these up. I'll just spin this around. We didn't finish all of them, obviously, but I'm going to wrap those guys up and take a 15-minute break before she gets here, and then I'll finish these off camera because I have to. Right? The square ones are the winners, though, I think. So pretty sweet. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you. I don't know when. Maybe tomorrow we might do a live video, or maybe Friday. I don't know. Okay. Bye.